Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you are located on this tremendous planet called Earth, I hope you are having a sweet day, evening, or night, wherever you are located. Welcome to my channel on one of the world's greatest 3D applications, Blender. In this case, it's version 2.82, but as long as it's over 2.8, you're in good company. I'm going to be talking about using the Defocus node today. As you see, I have 3 humanoid figures here. Let me hit my camera so I can see how they look through my camera. Okay, good. Let me jump right into the Compositor. That's what I'm going to be using today, the Compositor. You know, I have to click on use nodes. Okay. I want to open up my image viewer. But first, let me render the image so I can see something. Let me render it. Okay, good. It showed up in my image editor automatically. Now, I like to also see it in my in the viewport area. So let me add. I want to add a layout node. I like to add the reroute node. One of my favorites to make it look more dainty and pretty. Now I'm going to add a viewer node. Output viewer. Here we go. Now I'm going to connect them. Alright, good, it's there. And it's a nice size too. And I said the reason I like to use the viewer node and the image node because sometimes you can see which one responds faster. Sometimes the viewer node may respond quickly and update the image, and sometimes it may be the image editor. That's why I have it. Alright, so we got it. I said I want to use the Defocus node. I'm going to go to Add, Filter, and choose Defocus. Now I'm just going to plug it right here in the middle so I can go to both of them. Now while I'm doing this, I like to read the information from the Blender manual page. If it can show up. If it takes too long to show up on my browser, then I won't. Okay, it's open. My browser's open. I'm going to type in Blender Defocus node. Let's see what it has to say to us about it. Because when you start to become more and more adept at using these nodes, you will become familiar with the Blender manual. When I was just a simple modeler with versions 2.76, I never looked at the manual. But now I do. But since my old computer having so much trouble bringing up the web page, hey, I'm not going to read it. So I'm just going to get right into this particular node. Now, one thing that's advantageous about the viewer node or the Defocus node, if you know anything about photography, we like to have a picture showing a subject. You may have your subject, then the background, it may be sort of cloudy looking. Definitely in sports, they like to show that. They like to show the principal athlete either kicking a ball in football or soccer, catching a football like in American football, or hitting the ball with a baseball bat, or hitting the golf ball with a golf club, or whatever. They like to most professional photographers, they like to have the main focus on a sensual figure. Then everything else may be like sort of like misty or fuzzy looking. So that's the purpose of the Defocus node. And you will use it a lot when you have a scene and you want to focus on the principal character or object. So I have it on the Defocus node. Let me zoom in some more. Cause I can ignore all these other nodes. I don't need them. The main subject is the Defocus node. So, but I gotta do some stuff with the Defocus node too. I have an image. Now, you see I have all the yellows. This is my image. All the yellow connectors are working. With the defocus node, it used something called depth. And render 2.79 used to be called Z. There's the depth, which sounds more better. It controls how you see the figure. As you can see now, I know it may be hard to tell. I'm going to set my scale to 0. I'm going to zoom into some of my figures some more. I'm going to hit Shift Z so I can zoom in. Well, is it Alt Z? Yeah, Alt Z. Okay, I can zoom in a little bit more. Definitely pay attention to my I'm going to put it right in the center too, because the red one is my main focus. So the object with this node, the object that's in front of the camera, directly in front, that's your focus object. So remember that. Whatever in front. So if you want to have the focus on different objects, like if I want to put the focus on my green figure or my blue figure, I will have to have a separate camera on. Well, not a separate camera, a separate render on them. I will have to have different render layers. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna set the main thing is the scale. I'm gonna set my scale to 0. Hit enter, and you see it's clear. The red is the main subject, so that's always going to stay sharp. Now, since I put the scale to 0, the Z scale to 0, you see my green one is sharp, and my blue humanoid is sharp. I'm going to put it to a high number like 5, so you can definitely see it. Okay, so you see what I got it on 5, so you can see how cloudy. Even my main figure looks cloudy now. So the defocus, it may affect everything it may affect that and put it on 10. It may affect everything. Alright, so it seems like my maximum value was 5. So you have to have it to a nice little value so your main figure don't get the focus. See, I have it on 2. My main figure still look a little bit defocused, so it may be best just to have it on 1. Okay, now she looks focused. I'm going to put it on 1.5. Okay, I like that. Now, I'm going to see what the angle does. I'm going to change my angle to 45. That just may change the direction of the blur. I think it does. I'm going to put it back to 0. So 45 may just change the direction of the blur. I got it on maximum blur. I'm going to put it to 0 because it's always good to go to 0. Maximum. Okay, so when I put it on maximum blur, everything is sharp again. I'm going to put max. So the main thing to see like is Z scale and maximum blur. I'm going to put maximum blur to 10. Okay, so it's blur. I'm going to put it on 5. 5. Okay, so my main figure is sharp, and my other one's just a little bit off. And I can change my Z scale to 2. Let me see what happens when I do that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go up a little bit higher with my. Since I did that, I put it to 10. So the main one is this max blur. That really controls it all. I'll put my max blur back to 10. Okay, so I like 5 better. 5. Okay, I like 5. And I'm going to choose my Z scale. I'm going to make that 20. Okay, I don't think it's doing much. 50. Okay, so I think the main one is that max blur. The main one is that max blur. Let me choose my threshold. Put my threshold to 0. Okay, I don't like as much change. I'll put my threshold to a large number like 10. Oh, so that it looks sharp now. It looks very sharp. Okay, I'm gonna turn my gesso to 20. Look, my computer's name is messing up now. Okay, what's going on with my computer? I'm gonna put it at 20. Let's see what happened. Alright, so not much. So the main one seems to be this max blur. Max blur. But regardless, we got an idea of what the blur node does. It it's called the defocus node. I'm sorry. We got an idea what the defocus node does. It's not a whole lot of mystery. It's not a hard node to get used to. You just, like I'm doing, you just have to toy around with it and just put in different values and see what happens. Thank you for stopping by. And like I always say, don't give up on Blender, because the people in the Blender community, they want you to succeed. They want me to succeed. So that's why I keep pushing forward. The Blender Foundation, they want all of us to succeed, become established 3D artists. And the thing I love, the more you become a 3D artist using Blender, you put Blender on the map more. Like so many other Blenders. There are a lot of professional, worthy Blender artists who put Blender on the map. Thank you for stopping by. Till the next time, Blender family. Peace.